What is up? I am Omni, and this is Ark Survival Evolved on the Wolves Evolved, or I'm sorry, on the Wolves server. Just the Wolves. I'm really happy you could join me today because not only is this my first video for playing Ark Survival Evolved, but this is my first video ever, so I'm really happy you could take the time to watch this, and thanks. Alright, well, for my first video, some backstory. Okay, as you can tell, I'm not level 1. That's probably obvious. I am in fact level 61. And that is because a friend of mine, the man who runs this server, known as The Wolf, he also has his own YouTube channel, so go over and check out some of his videos. He does some on the forest and 7 Days to Die, as well as exploring some other games too. So, after you're done watching this, go and check him out too. Give him some likes if you like his video. And subscribe if you really like him. But The Wolf also plans to make his own Ark videos too. He's already put one out. And I decided to get into video making to help him, show off the server and everything that our tribe is doing. Which our tribe is the Wolves, Wolves server and all that. But today I just want to show you around the area we've picked out. Over there is Herbivore Island. And so we're right there in the bay of the southeastern corner of the entire island, looking directly at Herbivore Island. For those that are curious, we ended up picking this spot out because Wolf told me once that he had had his eye on it for a long time but never built here. So, I told him, Carpe diem, let's hit it this time. The Wolves has done a few different runs on Ark, mostly on the island. We have played on the Valhalla map with some mods before, but we decided to come back to classic vanilla and try to, Oh, sorry, that's my back. But we wanted to just fully explore what vanilla has to offer, because the devs are still coming out with stuff like, I don't know, it's like every day. Maybe not every day, but fast enough to satisfy me. So, alright, today I'm just going to show you around the area, talk about what we've done, what we plan to do, and kind of, set you all up to follow along. Alright, so let's begin our tale over here. This is where we've set up shop at for now. This is all to, well, let me get that out of the way. We just done this so we had someplace safe to be, so we could sit here and gather resources, because when we go for the expansion, we want to do it really big. Excuse me while I fiddle around. I'm still not used to being artistic about this. But I hope y'all still like my video here. But when we do the expansion, we want to go for the gusto. So we're trying to gather resources, stockpile some structures, and all that. So when we go big. But that's our workshop down there. Nothing too gigantic yet. However, we have got quite the collection of dinos going on. Sorry about that. Yeah, we got quite a few rafts. Hold on, Snow Angel is just so radiant. But we're trying to play this map well with the vanilla stuff, but still with a couple of challenges. You might have noticed that we have no map markers turned on. There's no crosshairs when using weapons. So yeah, just to add a little bit of challenge to the game. Here we have our flagship, basically, for now. This is what brought us to this spot, because we had originally gathered on the northern shores, but then we just made the journey down here. We've already got some big things going. Some of the other guys have got their own little personal stuff going along the coast here. But one of the big things is we got this bridge, so we have a direct shortcut to the other side of the bay without needing to go all the way inland and around. But this is really great too, because there's plenty of deep water here on our side of it. So when we get into stockpiling tons of the aquatic creatures, we'll have plenty of room to hold them. The only thing we've yet to really do is get a behemoth gate fit in and make sure that it's still crossable by the land dinos to use as a shortcut and everything. But okay, so let me take you inland a little and tell you about what our plans are so far, because that's just temporary. As nice as it is and everything, it's just temporary. Sooner or later it's going to be torn down or maybe renovated for something else. But we also have some other plans for this server. Instead of doing gigantic structures to be our base of operations, what we're going to do is we're just going to try to build a little village here. We're going to have a building that's a smithy, that's just for use with a smithy to kind of be like a blacksmith's. We might stick the fabricator in there too. But then we'll have, a place where you use mortar and pestles at and get everything you can make from those. And we're going to be building all along here and everything. I'm confident it's going to look really nice as we go along, and I'm going to try to keep the updates frequent so everybody can see the progress. But no one's staked out any claims yet, or at least not that I know of. There's plenty of nice land to use too. I mean, it's all flat around here. We got different levels we can be creative with. Some of the guys have done raft homes. We got one dude that's built a pretty big building on the coast that way. If I have time, I might fly by there and just show you what it's all about. Hope he doesn't mind if, there's some spoilers there. If he's doing his own video, I'm not sure. But if he was saving it to be a surprise, I'm sorry for spoiling it if we get around to it. I'll just say that now in case I forget. But yeah, we're going to do all sorts of little buildings here. The only piece of land that's reserved so far is right over here. There's this little island we want to take advantage of to kind of make it the central hub. And that's going to be basically our tavern, longhouse, eatery, inn, whatever you want to call it. We want to be really aesthetic with our builds on this map. So I've heard talk that we're going to have like some outside area to it and throw down some of those benches and tables where people can sit. We're going to have it set up like a tavern on the inside. And as we go along, we'll have a back where We'll have like cookers or campfires or whatever we need to cook up some food and store it here. That way everybody can just come here for their food, or if they have extra meat they've harvested, they can just drop it in here and cook it up. But yeah, now oh yeah, let me tell you a little bit about the server itself. Uh, our settings are increased above vanilla. Not crazy, though. There's like no 20 times anything. Taming rates are 3 times because we have players that, you know, they need to get outside the game to do stuff. Because they got things going on. I mean, this is a game. It's for fun, as great as it is. I love the detail. My snow angel is so beautiful. Oh, we got some Dilos trying to start stuff. Be grateful, I am merciful. But yeah, let's see. I think most of our harvest rates are 2 times. I think stone might be 3 times. But that's just because sometimes stone is hard to gather, even though we have all this rich resource here. We changed that setting, you know, because we have other people and other tribes that are building in different areas. So we want to make sure that they don't have to just grind and grind and grind just to build a wall. But we still keep it reasonable to keep the game challenging. But let's see, for the wolves. I hate the map glare. But like I said, we're in the bay in the southeast there, and the territory we've staked out is basically that whole little corner there that's and our boundaries, we've made the boundaries the rivers. That way there's no argument about, you know, where one tribe can build and the other can't, and all that. There will be PvP elements going on once everybody gets set up and ready to rock. There's gonna be no offline rating of, however, I'm sorry, there's not gonna be any offline rating. It's all gonna be civil and well conducted to, you know, where everybody can have fun even if they lose valuable items and dinosaurs. You know, we're gonna try to balance out that loss with just the act of fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how everybody's going to expand into this area. And as the series goes along, we'll probably ally with the other tribes. And if we do that, I'll try to take you by there and show you what they got going on as well. But anyways, let's see. I'm sorry, this is all just off the top of my head here, so I'm trying to think of 1,000 things to talk about. But let me see. I will go ahead and do one little spoiler. Where is it? There's this nice little piece that I want for my own little home away from home. I haven't like staked it out yet because I don't want to like start a gold rush or anything. Let's see, was it this level? I'm going to have a lot of work to do when it comes to clearing things out. However, it'll all go towards, you know, building something great. What I'm planning, though, is just to make it like an actual home. I might do a smithy and a fabricator and an industrial cooker, but it's not going to be crazy. I'm not going to drive to get those in there. I'm going to make it more like a home because, like I said, we're doing a village thing, so there will be buildings down in the center area where I can go and get some tools repaired or whatever that I can't repair on my own. Yeah, I think it was this area. Let's see. I think I was planning on laying my claim to this little area here. My house isn't going to be too small, but I'm not going to go super crazy with it. There's going to be a public area to store dinosaurs at, so I might keep just some basics here, like a ground mount, an air mount, and maybe something I can roll out and defend our village with at a moment's notice, like maybe a super Carno or something. It might end up being a super saber, because when I found out about the saber-tooths and you could ride them, I fell in love with them even after they released the dire wolves. You know, I know people say that the dire wolves are stronger, the dire wolves are faster, they got more HPs, you know, and all that, but some people just got their personal tastes they can't let go of, and that's just one of mine. But yeah, let me see, what else can I talk about here in the time remaining? Hopefully this video doesn't run too long, because I'd really hate to just be sitting here babbling on, but I want to let y'all know what's going on. I want to catch you up, since we're not starting at level 1, where everything can kill us in like every 6 minutes. So, you know, I'm trying to catch y'all up, trying to give you the abridged version. Snow Angel, you're so finicky. There we go. Look at the people, be polite. But, yeah. This is my first video. I hope you all like it. If so, give me some likes. If you really like it, subscribe. Give me some comments on what you'd like to see, your thoughts. You know, if there's any problems with the video, that way I'm aware of them and I can try to fix it and make better videos for everybody. Let's see. But yeah, I'm suspecting a lot of people are going to crowd this area here when they get to building their own personal places. But yeah, about the only thing we really hurt for, as far as resources go in this area, is obsidian and crystal. Because, you know, we've got some mountains and stuff nearby, but it's nothing like the northern area where you could, like, run up there with even a ground mount. But, let's see. I think maybe I'll spend the last minutes just showing off some of my other dinosaurs here so you can all get to know them. And when I use them, we can all root for them when they start to tear everything up. Yeah, put Snow Angel back up here. Oh no, I hate glitchy walk. I just want to set her nice and pretty. And birds can walk backwards, I'm sure of it. Let's get the Sea of Green out of there again. But yeah, we got a fair collection of dinosaurs going on. Everybody's kind of a taming freak. I am a huge one. Let's see, showing some of mine off. However, you know, I don't like go out and try to tame 40 of everything. I like taming functional dinosaurs. So down here, we've got Claws, my awesome saber. Right now, he's kind of like my main ground mount. As far as like personal dinos go. As with the tribe here, you know, we're all pretty friendly. If I needed to gather some wood, I could grab that mammoth there, even though it belongs to one of my other buddies. As long, you know, as I don't do something stupid and get it killed. If I'm responsible, bring it back, all gassed up on some mejo berries, then no one's got any argument. Let's see, I wish I could catch a Carno, however, they scare me. They're awesome, but when they're in your face trying to eat it, yeah. Let me see, I got a small flock of Dillos here. This was to kind of help out with egg production, and when my house gets going, I plan to use them as guard dogs. Here, let me find one here so I can give you a sample of what I'm doing. Here we go, we'll go... Oh, where's the one that cinches this? Oh, come on. I swear, you guys move around when I'm not looking. Oh well, we'll just use this one here as an example of what I'm trying to do with them. I'm focusing mainly on hit points and melee damage. Right now, I got this one up to 1,000 hit points, and I'm working on getting the melee damage up to 300 before I go back to hit points again. But yeah, those are my Dilos. Not all of them, just some. Let me see. Oh yeah. This was my first dino on this run of the map. She was a present from the tribe because I lost another trike and they were nice and took one down while I had to go take care of things offline. But I'm raising her up to be my battle trike. There's some stats there for everybody that's interested. But she's pretty cool. You know, when I first got her, I took out, like, I believe an Alpha Raptor. Or actually, it was Alpha Raptor over there. And then an Alpha Carno inland somewhere in the same day. And she worked them over. They didn't have a chance. We got another trike here. He's my weight boy. He was just a level 100 that was wandering around, and we didn't have many dinos, so I didn't really want him killed by accident by somebody that was trying to, like, look for meat or hide or something. Because with me, when it comes to dinos, you know, I usually don't care about the levels. I can try to work with almost anything. But I still try to look for things that are 100 or above. Because I know, you know, there's some people that's like 120 or nothing. But, you're hurting to get some dinos if that's your policy all the time. We got some turtles up here. Let me see. Actually, I think that was just it as far as my dinos go. Alright, well. Oh, got a Philomia here. This was like a 120 that I almost killed. I was flying around on Snow Angel, and I needed some meat, and I picked this girl up, and I managed to catch the level before I even landed one hit. So, yeah. I'm kind of a freak for the 120s. If I can find a 120 anything, I'll go and try to tame it. Except, no Gigas. They're scary. They're OP even after the nerf. Nah, I'm sure we'll get a Giga soon. If not my own, then for the tribe. What are you? Dang it. Sorry. It's the Easter event right now, so I'm trying to keep a lookout for those bunny dinos. Don't think we're going to get very far with that. I at least wanted one of the saddle costumes would have been nice. Alright, well. Yeah, we even got some dinos in here. You know, we got this awesome beavers. We don't want anything to happen to them, so they stay inside when they're not being used. This guy, it's funny, we only tamed him because he was the first level 1 dinosaur anybody's seen. Usually it's level 4 at the lowest, but for some reason we had level 1s running around. We got some dung beetles here. Somebody went and fished them out of a cave. Need to load you up sometime. But we're kind of running long. I'm just kind of showing you around the workshop real quick. Letting you all take note. We didn't go crazy except on storage, so we could get things rocking. So when we chose to, we could just really roll everything out. Alright guys, well this video is probably running a little bit long. So, I'm going to cut it here for right now. Remember, I am Omni. This is Ark Survival Evolved on the Wolves server. And for the Wolves server, I'd just like to remind you all to play hard and game harder.